Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. This is the Friday LFC Focus Podcast. After sitting for what seems like 2 hours waiting for a bloody World Cup draw to start. It started at 6 bloody o'clock. I'm back. We're back live. So let me just exit solo layout. And we have the same panelists as usual. It's the Friday show. We're looking forward to having you all back with us as well. Jack, Mack, LFC, how are you, my friend?
If I'm not muting myself. Nice one, laugh for having me on. Can't wait to get stuck into tonight's show. Hopefully everyone on the panel has had a good weekend and hopefully the results go our way. So, cheers, mate.
No problem. Connor from the Cop Council, how are you, mate?
I'm very good, thank you, mate. Thank you for having us on. And international footy's dead in the water for 6 months. That's bloody move. I cannot wait. But hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day as well.
Let's move indeed. Got the lovely Sophie again. How are you, Sophie?
I am very good. Like Connor said, I am very happy that is the last international break for 6 months now. This has been the longest break of my life, so I'm very excited for the weekend of football.
Yeah, but I think we all are as well. And Dan from the Mighty Reds TV. How are you, Dan? You all right?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's been, as you always say, best day of the week. Finished a hard week in work. I've actually quite enjoyed the international break, and I'll tell you why. Nothing to do with international football, because I haven't watched any of it. But you know what? The games are like so high stakes for Liverpool at the moment. We're like a tightrope act, aren't we? We're like balancing, and it could all like crash at any time. So it's just been quite nice not to be stressing about Liverpool matches. But here we go. Let's get back on the roller coaster kind of thing tomorrow and let the nerves kick in again.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose there's only one place to really start is obviously, the World Cup draw has obviously began. We'll start with some non-LFC, but Jack, Mane versus Virgil, Senegal, Netherlands.
Not too bad. I think I might have to support someone other than England. I'll have to pick one. It's going to be one of our lads. So, yeah, I'll go Senegal because couldn't give a fuck about England. I'll support Senegal for this one. As long as both our lads go through in terms of that group. Qatar, I think Ecuador can be quite happy with obviously how that fell. I know obviously Senegal and Netherlands come with a great lot of pedigree in terms of their squad. But yeah, obviously Qatar being the host of the tournament, so interesting. But yeah, that's a very interesting group. There's been a couple of groups that everyone will be mentioning now, but yeah, Scouse not English up the Scouse Republic of England, Liverpool. Sorry.
All I heard was by the fact that all I heard was Scouse not English. I was like,
I mean, do we really need to talk about England? I mean,
no.
Jesus. I mean, if they don't get out through a group of Iran, USA, and then one of Scotland, Ukraine, or Wales. Oh, dear.
It's amazing what money can buy in it, mate. Cheeky backhanders to the Qatar government. Happy days for England, isn't it?
The one thing that really caught my eye though was Ghana, Uruguay. Oh, revenge is on! Revenge is on. So that's another handball.
Yeah, I was going to say, does Gay still play the Jodafel that got sent off? The striker. I don't know if he plays it.
Yeah.
I know his brother plays at Crystal Palace. I think Jodo's fella.
Felix Gian, I think, plays for Ghana, but I'm not sure about the other one. But But anyway, enough about World Cups and all that. Let's say hello to a few people. Mike Green, evening. Let's smash England. Should we get there? Come on, Wales. Possible Senegal or Holland versus England in the last 16. Yeah, absolutely. Imagine Mane knocking out England. That was my dream last night. That would be.
Oh my God, you texted me that as well, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know.
I just couldn't care. I said this to Doug. He texted me and he sent me the groups, and I was like, not interested. Don't care. I was like, and he was like, oh, you're not really fussed on international footy, scouts on English. I was like, no, I just really, regardless of scouts on English, I really just couldn't give a shit. It's England. I really couldn't care less about them.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up, John. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Asamoah Gyan, no, he doesn't. That's the ex-Sunderland strike, Jesus.
Yeah.
Really. That just kind of says everything. Yeah, England getting paid. Yeah, England have got the easiest group on mankind. If I was Uruguay player in that game, I would have done what Suarez done. Yeah, interesting. And hello, Sebastian, as well. But enough about the World Cup because my timeline is full of it right now. Trent Alexander Arnold is back in training, giving the Reds a massive boost as well. But Connor, will he be available against Watford? What do you think?
No. 1,000% no. Look, it was great Fergie tactics from Jurgen Klopp, I would say. But yeah, for me, no chance he plays against Watford. Maybe you might put him on the bench just to put a name there, of course. But overall, no. For me, Joe Gomez or James Milner will do plenty. But between the both of them. But for me, even if it was just a slight muscle problem, you don't risk him. There's too much important games coming up. And yeah, Watford isn't one of those on Trent's list. So for me, rest him.
No, absolutely not. And yeah, so Sophie, it's a massive boost to have Trent back. And obviously, many people, rival fans, have been saying that Klopp has obviously had a wee word in his ear, but he came out in the press conference and said actually Trent wanted to join up to England.
Did he now? Did he really? Did he really want to join up? Because I'm pretty sure the last podcast, me and Jack turned out and went, nah, he's pulling a fucking Fergie. He's made him pull out with a sickie. Nah, as a professional footballer, yeah, Trent probably does want to play for England because it's, your caps for England. It's a thing, isn't it? But the scouts part of him's got, excuse you.
Hello, Albie. Hello.
Just nah, that ain't happening. But yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah, Dan, you have to say from the last game that Gomez played at right back was against Nottingham Forest. He actually did pretty well.
Yeah, he did okay, but to be fair, I think tomorrow, I know we'll come on to it probably in a bit more detail later. I think what Watford, if they're anything like a traditional Roy Hodgson team, will surrender possession and just get men behind the ball. And with that in mind, I think I'd probably be more likely to probably play James Milner because he's certainly no Trent substitute, but he's certainly got a bit more ability on the ball in the final third than Joe Gomez in terms of his crossing, potentially assists and that sort of thing. So yeah, Joe Gomez, I missed the Forest game, was in work, but he may have done well. But I personally, I think I'd go with James Milner tomorrow just because, as I say, the onus is on us to try and break Watford down.
No, that's absolutely fair. Anyway, F off England. This is Mike Green. Oh God, someone had to mention it. Wales against Scotland is going to cause a fight with Douglas and Connor, I'm sure. Well, that is if Scotland get past Ukraine first. That's one thing. Trent being rested from Man City, yeah.
Occupied right now.
I
think Ukraine are a little bit occupied right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, Connor.
I'm not joking. I'm not making light of the situation. It would be understandable if they don't perform with what's going on right now.
And on Luke's comment as well, me and Doug, like, personally, I don't give a shit about whether or not if Wales will make it through or not. It'd be nice, of course, but yeah, I really don't care about international footy.
Hello, Gary. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I know he didn't bollocks. Here's the other guy. Salah doesn't sign a new deal and stays without a WC involvement for him. There is no distraction for him to discuss deals in January. Do you think in the summer he gets sold? No, I don't. I honestly do not see Salah getting sold. He still has, I think it's like 18 months on his contract. We're not in any pressure to sell him right now.
No.
I think he might go on a free. I'd sell him on a free rather than sell him, because you're not going to get that much of a big fee for him. 30 years old in the final year of his contract. You'd be best off keeping him and relying on having a better season next season.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll sign a deal, by the way.
Yeah, Liverpool to destroy
Watford
Watford.
When he can get whatever he wants at Paris.
Yeah, that's true. Liverpool to destroy Watford 7.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I would take it. Yeah, I think we would all take it. Jack is a referee. Sophie the ring girl. Wales, Scotland, come.
At least you haven't made me the ring girl, lad. Anyway, I'm happy.
It's quite clear Jack who's going to be the ring girl, let's be honest. I'm going on the sideline coaching them, going, go on, yeah. Go on, lad. Jack will be there with his hand.
There's this right back in the world. He will sign on the same money. Disagreed. Dan Hazard got 130 million with 12 months left. Salah can go for that. Victory George, hello. Ghana and Uruguay, a revenge mission for Ghana 2010, and Cristiano Ronaldo revenge against Ghana. Witch Doctor from 2014. You'll beat Watford with relative ease 4-0, says Mike Green. Another thing that's interestingly happened this week. Liverpool Manchester United is going to be a friendly in Bangkok.
Do you want to go on Aldi? Yeah, let's go.
I know. How much would a ticket cost to go there, I wonder?
We're doing a podcast in Bangkok.
Oh my God, I'd be well up for that. Just sitting there with like a drink and a Coke, and I'd just be like...
Yeah, we'll beat them again, Doug, anyway, so the shout, so... even if it's friendly.
I mean, Bangkok, I mean, what does everyone think? I mean, it's another pre-season tournament. Liverpool are playing their biggest rivals abroad.
It's
kind of says to me that either one of those games is going to be in Australia, or it does look like Bangkok. It's a weird place to go, isn't it?
Not for
it's just part of the modern game, innit? It's just you have to get used to. I mean, if you want Liverpool to be competitive, which we all do, you'd have to be a financial juggernaut. You know what I mean? And part of that's going on these tours and playing these games in America and Australia. And Thailand's a massive market in it, so get over there and play. I've got no problem with it, mate.
Yeah. No, marketing perspective, it's massive for Liverpool. And I think the FSG people running a club, 100%. Tell you what, the eyes on that game, and it's great for all the Asian fans as well. In terms of obviously that side of the world, obviously getting to see. From a selfish point of view, we've all seen Liverpool from in the UK and everything, but a lot of our fans globally have never had even like 10 minutes with the Liverpool players. So it's massive. I think was it Melbourne a couple of years ago, like 3-4 years ago, probably a bit more back. I think there was a massive attendance in Australia. We had a full house with Liverpool, so yeah, it's going to be special.
It was at that cricket ground, wasn't it? Apologies, I have got my tea, but you guys keep chatting if you want.
Yeah, I get my curry out in a minute. Then
we're no longer a football podcast. We're literally a food channel now. That's how we've literally turned into.
I'm gone quiet because Doug stopped talking.
What's this show turned into? Wait, we had a go when I was the supply teacher, and now it's got worse. What's happened?
The thing is, now it's become apparent that we prefer the supply teacher. So when the real teacher comes back, the fun stops.
See what happens, Connor and Sophie. Yeah, Doug comes back and then.
It's actually pretty weird that we were speaking off air about the stag do, and obviously I got COVID after that, and then I watched that show back, and the amount of times you guys talked about fish fingers was hilarious.
I'm getting sponsored, mate. It sounds.
Yeah.
I just actually can't believe how long the conversation went for, to be honest with you. It was kind of impressive.
It was hilarious. I must say, I really did enjoy it. And there's one bit where you're like, Douglas, get off YouTube. You're on a stag do.
Yeah. We were like, enjoy your stag do, lad. Don't be watching us.
Stop checking in on us. Is it all right? We're talking about fish fingers. Piss off.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what some of you are saying anyway. Niall, yeah, I know we can't stay away from England, and it looks like we've got two countries that hate us anyway. So, yeah, that'll be good. No, we'll probably beat you in a friendly, and our admin will act like we're going to win the league. Yeah, that's what Manchester United fans is. That's what Manchester United fans have fallen for, is their admin being like that. Hello, Douglas, Jack, Connor, Sophie, Mighty Red TV. Good evening. Hope you're all well. Happy Friday. No, my phone is charging because I was on a 2-hour stream earlier, so that's why. MCC in Melbourne, yeah. I forgot to mention it's that time of the year. Happy April Fool's Day. The amount of April Fool things I've seen. I haven't stopped. Have you got Gordon Ramsay on the show? No, we don't. But did anyone try an April Fool today?
No, I forgot it was April Fool's.
No, I just opened the curtains and seen Evertonians.
Yeah,
so I'm laughing.
I caught Rebecca with one today. I said, I did so.
Oh, it's a big,
we've got an argument.
Out from the other room.
You're in the doghouse.
I said to her that Edinburgh Airport, when we go on honeymoon on the 5th of July, would be renamed Sir Ian Rankin Airport. She fell for it.
To be fair, that's something that could technically be true one day. Like you could see it happening, so that's probably why. I'm gonna defend Becca's corner on this one.
Oh well, Sophie defends you.
Passing comment.
But I did try another one, which went down like a flat. It went down very, very flat. I did say that apparently you could get chocolate flavoured Brussels sprouts.
I swear that's a thing somewhere.
I'm sure I've actually seen chocolate Brussels sprouts though. Like,
I thought we caught it in dinner, Scotland. Tea is what you. No, you can say dinner. You can say tea. Yeah, a cup of tea. LFC next sponsor is Jack's Fish Fingers on the kit next season. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't April Fool's. Now it's a fight. No, nobody done any April Fool's jokes to me. No, I think it's kind of dying down a little bit now. I think. Anyway, but obviously we have had the World Cup draw. However, some of our Reds are not going, and one of the biggest names to not be going this season is Mohamed Salah. Jack, you have to feel for Mo, because he has lost to Senegal twice, and Sadio Mane scored the winning penalty in both games.
But that's the way football goes. That's it. Like, Salah is amazing, but he can't be expected to win everything. Unfortunately,
that is very, very true. The other thing is, I think he was at AXA Wednesday, straight after that game as well.
But it's like, you look at Salah. Yes, Salah is a phenomenal player. Mane is a good player as well, but the Senegalese team is stronger than the Egyptian team. It's as simple as that. The Egyptian team have got a lot going forward, and their keeper's very good, but defensively in midfield, that they just rely on the goalie and Salah, like two different ends of the spectrum. That's what they rely on. Whereas the Senegalese team have got more of a team spirit about them. They understand how to play, the 11 players on the pitch together, and that's why they're beating them. And I mean, I know Salah, obviously, the Senegalese fans with the with the laser beams in their eyes, which I don't understand why the penalties weren't retaken, why that was allowed to happen. But the Senegalese team deserve to go through because they are the better team. You can't just say Egypt should go through because it's Salah. That's not how football works. There are 11 players on the pitch, not just one.
Yeah. Jack, do you think Salah might retire now from international football?
Yeah, I was made as Sophie alluded to. It's not bloody shambles that the players he's playing with in respect to the Egypt players, but he's got El Neni, and we all know how bad he is in the Premier League. And you do, it's how much it takes it out of him, really, psychologically as well as physically as well, all that travelling. I think we see Messi retire like at least 4 years ago, and then he come back out of retirement. So unless there's like this big re-emergence of young Egypt youth in the next 2 to 4 years, I can't foresee it happen. And James Milner retire a couple of years ago and to prolong his playing career, and I think Salah to keep himself at the top elite level, which he can do, even for possibly a 2-3 year period after. It could add a bit more time on his playing career. For me, if I was him, I'd be throwing me hat in the cap as well. Especially the pressing which he's been getting in Egypt as well has been absolutely bloody madness. It's like similar to in Spain and obviously with Marco and all the Spanish players, and in Germany as well, their press are quite harsh, even in England to an extent as well. So for me, he needs to throw his cap in. Hopefully he signs that big contract at Liverpool and then just focuses on his club football, really.
Yeah, and Connor, the scenes after that game, I mean, obviously we had the laser in the eye. That's unacceptable. But the scenes after, it looked like something that you would see in like a school ground. You would not see that anywhere else than a football pitch. And the things that were being thrown on Salah, like he almost like had to be hidden by the Egyptian management staff. It was horrible scenes.
Yeah, no, it was. And when you look at the reverse game a couple of days ago, there was none of that at Egypt, which was, yeah, of course, a huge shock to, I wouldn't have said, of course, it was wrong either way, but it wasn't like if Senegal even lost the game, neither. They won on penalties. You'd expect that reaction if, they'd lost terribly. With that, but either way, it just shows that the lack of security there. FIFA should realistically do an investigation on how that happened. Because of course, we speak about Mo, for example, but of course there was plenty of other people there that could have got injured. And as we know anyway, that fortunately didn't get injured. So I think FIFA are going to have to launch an investigation, but it was just uncalled for either way. But the one thing I will say though, I'm happy for Sadio because he's had a huge couple of months as well. Certainly, internationally, and of course, hopefully for Liverpool coming forward. But yeah, it's a shame that Mo's not going, but I'm happy for Sadio, and of course the draw as well. He should have a good World Cup because that Senegal team, it is very, very good when you look at it.
Yeah, I have to say that I think out of the African teams, obviously, Senegal, obviously, Qatar, Ecuador, Netherlands. I think who else? Morocco. I've got Canada, Belgium, Croatia. That's got a hard group, that one. And then obviously Ghana, Portugal, Uruguay, and Korea Republic, and Cameroon. Thank you for coming. Brazil, Serbia, and Switzerland. So yeah, I'd have to say that. But I think probably Senegal have probably got the biggest chance of going through. But Sophie, have you ever been to a game where someone's actually put a laser in someone's eyes? Because I can't remember, because I know that they're banned. Laser pens are banned, I think, in England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland.
I've never been to a game where I've seen them, especially like of recent months and stuff like that, like the past few seasons or so. I haven't seen them because people know like the damage like they can cause to players, especially when they're already under very bright lights anyway. So no, I haven't seen anything, and I haven't seen any like watching matches on TV that I've not seen it. It seems, whether I'm right or wrong here, I don't know. It just seems to be like on a international basis is when it happens. You never seem to see that kind of behaviour at club level. Like, I know I'm not saying that club level's perfect. Obviously, we have people invading the pitch. We have, fucking smoke bombs and all that crap being sent off. But lasers, it's not something I've seen personally.
No.
Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I just don't tend to see it.
No, absolutely. Dan, are you the same?
Yeah, mate, it's completely the same. You doesn't really found its way in, has it? I'm sure there's probably examples of it somewhere, but I can't think of it working its way into any club games. Not that have affected Liverpool anyway. There's a bit of a problem round here about a few years ago with people. I used to live by the airport, and people used to shine them into the pilot's eyes. It's just mind-boggling, isn't it? On the planes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mind-boggling what people get up to, mate. So it's crazy, but I haven't seen that club level, and hopefully it won't be something that brings its way in.
Yeah, but no, they're definitely banned, and they're definitely banned in the UK. Another man who's not going to the World Cup, and I think this is probably good for him. That he can just settle down and just get ready for pre-season. Is Luis Diaz, Jack?
Yeah, acclimatized to Liverpool, get used to the scouseness in the city. So yeah, it's remarkable. We spoke already this week, haven't we, on every Friday Focus show, mate, the impact he's had. And it'd be important. Obviously, he might bring a couple of his family over, getting them possibly settled in Liverpool as well. So yeah, and he can relax. And obviously, he probably will travel to see the rest of his family in Colombia or whatnot, because he's got so much time on his hands now. But I think he's the professional that he is, that he'll probably just get his head down and focus on.
I was going to say, though, sorry, Jack, just to butt in, he'll have no problem having pre-season anyway, because the World Cup's not in the summer, is it? It's mid-season.
Mid-season, yeah. So it's it was weird. When I did see in the draw, there was a lot of teams that were missing, and I think didn't Colombia miss out by was it goal difference or something? I don't know.
Goal difference, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it's mad. Like, I think someone else in the South American teams, don't know if it was Peru or they've still got to qualify, or one of them, I think he scored less goals than he conceded, but still went through. I don't know how
mental, absolutely mental. Absolutely mental.
Jose Mourinho said a few weeks ago, he said that the South American qualifiers, they're proper qualifiers, you know what I mean? You've got to do well to get through, haven't you? You know what I mean? Whereas England always just seem to cruise through, don't they, with 10 wins from 10 or whatever, but South Americans, mate, they're competitive in it. I don't know why it seems to be a bit hard to qualify, but it is what it is.
Yeah, on any is he just main man in midfield says it all. Yeah, yes, Jack, great minds think alike. I hate laser pens. Never even knew that they're banned in Scotland, whole of the UK. So how come they're banned in Scotland and England, etc., not in Europe, the rest of the world? But smoke bombs. Yeah, I know. Salah can still end the season on a high. Hello, Solo 7. Thank you for tuning in. Diaz can watch the game from Jamie's bar. Yeah, that is a very, very, very true indeed. And also one man who is basically people like to compare to Mo Salah is not going as well. Riyad Mahrez. Unlucky. But the international break is now officially over, and we do have a game this weekend. It is Liverpool-Watford, the 12:30 game. Woohoo! We have to be on at 12:30. But big incentive, because we can go 2 points clear of Manchester City with a victory, and then hope somehow Burnley gets something from Manchester City. But we'll talk about Watford first, because yet again, Connor, it's been one of those seasons where it's been very, very chaotic. They've already had 3 managers this season. Obviously, Cisco Munoz, Claudio Ranieri, and now Roy Hodgson at the age of 74 is still in the Premier League. What have you made of Watford this season?
Shite. That's the simple way of putting it. Again, yo-yo club, like Norwich and Fulham, they deserve their own league at some stage. In the middle, but it's frustrating that if you're a Watford fan, you'd think that the owners would have the trust in someone to have a long-term project, and they're always complaining about oh, we should be like mid-table Premier League and further up from that. The fact that the problem is now with the league, it's investment. You look at that Watford team and you'd say it's a very good Championship side. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near Premiership level. You look at the main players that they have, you'd say, of course, Ismail Assar is by far their best player. And then you're really then struggling to look around. I know that they've got the likes of Musa Sissoko as well in the midfield. But again, without proper investment and, having that manager that can, build that up for them, can't see that happening though, because they like using managers. I think their average is 2 managers a season. Which is unbelievable. So, yeah, appalling, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Sophie, I mean, Watford are another Chelsea, basically. They sack managers for fun.
Yeah, but you know what? The difference is Chelsea have actually got the money to back up sacking these managers and getting new ones in. Watford seem to just do it for the sake of doing it. Like, they've got nothing else to do, have they? Not exactly doing very well in the Premier League, so let's sack a manager, just get our names in the newspapers a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me when they sack a manager. It seems to be their favourite thing to do because they can't do anything else, can they?
No, absolutely. No, I mean, Dan, I am looking at the Premier League table, and they are sitting 1 point behind the Ev as well. So this relegation battle is actually very, very interesting. So going away to Anfield is probably a free hit for them tomorrow.
I thought they were 3 points behind the Ev, Doug.
I thought it was 1.
No, I think they were level on points with them, and then when the top, three, and Everton have got a few games in hand. I think it's looking very difficult for them. I think it's only really Burnley who've got a chance of getting out now. But yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing much of Watford. I did actually see them today. They smashed the Toffs with 6-3 or something crazy like that at Goodison. But when we played them, we beat them 5-0. I was thinking out the other day. Remember the last game of last season when we played Crystal Palace? And it was meant to be Roy Hodgson's last game, wasn't it, in management? And Klopp gave him like a plaque or something, didn't he, commemorating it? And now he's back. So I reckon we should ask for it back tomorrow. Take it back to shop and get our refund on it. But yeah, I've not seen much of Watford. I'm sure they're just going to set up and try and stagnate and try and stifle the game and try and get any sort. And they'll just try and make it a 90-minute match, to be no more than 1 goal in it after 90 minutes. Let's just hope we can get the job done. As I say, it's always a game. A dread coming back off the international break, 12:30 kickoff, couple of injuries. Salah and Mane both played 90 minutes, extra time, pens in midweek, so it's wouldn't say it's a banana skin, but it's making it more difficult. It's basically making Watford at home as difficult as it could be. So we'll wait and see anyway.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. And Jack, obviously, I know we beat them earlier in the season 5-0. That was a game that was obviously Ranieri was in charge of Watford. I think that might have been his first game in charge. I could be completely wrong with that one, but to have a first game in charge, you get absolutely smashed 5-0 by Liverpool. And you seem to remember Salah scored a couple that day. Firmino got a hat-trick as well. So could we potentially see the old front three of Mane, Salah, Firmino?
Potentially, mate, yeah. Because I think going into the game after that, obviously we got the Benfica one, but in terms of the Premier League, I think, going to be interesting to see if Bobby does get played against City. But it's the options, mate. I don't think any of us can, hand on heart, say who's going to be starting. And that's good for the opposition managers. They'll be thinking, who will it be? Bobby through the middle, Jota through the middle as well. But we just got to focus one game at a time, mate, and try and not get too ahead of ourselves. I know I go a bit wild in terms of my score lines, but in reality, it's a massive game for not just Liverpool, but for Watford. Yeah, I know you mentioned the free, but like they are, and like even Burnley going to City, we'll speak about it a bit later. That's not going to be easy for them. So, yeah, I'd start with Mane through the middle, mate. For me personally, I'd go Diaz on the left, and then obviously Salah. But it just, I just can't wait to hopefully listen to the fans on the telly if anyone's going as well. The crowds, I know it's an early kickoff, but it's game time now. We need to win every single bloody, and the lads need all our help. Whether you're going to the ground or if you're supporting around the Wales, just sing your bloody hearts out and let's get these lads over the line. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. It is, yeah, and obviously 12:30. We know how much Klopp hates these 12:30 games, but team news, obviously. Yeah. Guess what, people? Naby Keita is injured again.
Shock.
Connor, there's no defending Naby now, mate. I've been on everyone's podcasts, and I know there's Naby lovers out there, and he probably will become a good footballer. But Christ Almighty, he's got about a £10 million NHS bill at the minute.
It's a bit ironic when he comes out and says, "You haven't seen the real Naby Keita yet."
We never will, mate. We never will at Liverpool, and that's a sad reality. There's been so many players that have come to Liverpool with even Danny Ings to an extent. I think we've never seen Danny Ings. Obviously, Daniel Sturridge, what a player he would have been if he was fully fit. But I'd hope Naby does leave to the end of his contract, or if someone signs him with 12 months on his contract. And I'm hoping he does do well, and I think he will post Liverpool. But at the minute, mate, we can't be allowed to carry passengers, and that's the beauty of, in terms of when you look at Gini and certain players, when you got Henderson's been in and out with injury the last 12 months, Milner, he's picked up the odd injury. You need constant team selections as well. And I think Liverpool, we play our best football when our main three, in terms of midfield or main four, are playing at a consistent run of form, really. Yeah,
definitely. So obviously, no Naby. Potentially, the game comes too soon for Trent. So, Connor, what's your starting 11 for tomorrow?
Bloody hell. Allison in goal. Gomez. I think of midweek as well. Gomez, Matip, Virgil, Robbo, Fabinho, Thiago, Harvey Elliott for me. And then Diaz, Jota, and Salah.
Ooh, Mane gets a break. Interesting. Sophie?
Exactly the same as Connor. I'm sat there going, yep.
Yeah.
I just think it makes sense. Mane's just won World Cup qualifiers. I don't know. I feel like the midfield kind of writes itself. The back line writes itself. It's just an argument of who's going to go up in that front three, isn't it? But I do think it's going to be Diaz. I agree with Connor. I do think it's going to be Diaz, Jota, and Salah. To be honest, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Although Dan, you did say Milner in for Gomez.
Yeah, I think the onus on us to attack, so I think he'll go with Milner at fullback, and the Conrad Bobby, and I think Bobby will start up front because he's not been away on internationals, you see, so he's been there. So I think he'll start. I think Klopp will look to the guys who've not been away and who are fresher, so but he'll definitely start. And there might even be a little change in midfield. You might even play, Oxlade-Chamberlain. You just never know. He's not been away, has he? So he's fresh, been training, whatever. This week, you might give him a run out. But I mean, I wouldn't really want to guess on the team, as I say, because there's so many imponderables now with people coming back from the international break and how fresh they are.
Yeah. Oh God. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water.
That's up when he goes, Doug Barris.
Yeah. Evening Reds and others. Hello, Genie. Right, score predictions. I am going to. You're going to probably call me Jack Mac times 2 here because I'm going Liverpool 5, Watford 0. I think we'll smash them. I honestly think we will smash them. I think Salah is angry, and I just think he's got one team to take it out on, and I just think it's Watford. So for me, 5-0. Jack?
5-0. Yep, same.
Connor?
Going 3-0. I'm going safe.
3-0. Yeah, Sophie's shaking her head. I'm not going to her. Doesn't do score predictions. You have to remember that. Dan?
1-1, mate. Well, I hope I'm joking though. I do think we'll win, of course, but I don't think it'll be quite that cavalier. I'd be delighted if it was. I'll just go for 2-0.
2-0. Let's see what some of you are saying. Allison, Becker, Gomez, Canati, Van Dijk, Robertson, Thiago, Fabinho, Elliott, Salah, Firmino, Diaz. 5-0 to Liverpool, says Chris. 7-0 says Gary.
Yes, Gary.
Fish, 3 fingers. What? No.
Very sure though. I bet he's had 6 finger fucking butty as well, haven't you?
I think he had 4-3 for the Genie. I don't know. I do not want a 4-3. I do not want a 4-3. We had a 6-1 couple of seasons back, but
I'm hoping Salah gets a load of goals to boost him because everyone's been bloody scoring, haven't they?
Salah.
Yeah, Salah. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I would like a Salah hat trick. How's that
When was the last time we had Salah hat trick?
Yeah.
Man United.
United, was it?
Yeah.
United. It must be United. He only saves hat tricks for big occasions, and Manchester United is obviously one of them.
So what you said a big occasion for? It's a little club now.
That is very, very true. That is very true. Yeah. So were Liverpool to win, it would put the pressure on Manchester City because they go to Burnley, one of the teams that have given, well, not Chelsea, but Liverpool. They gave us a really, really hard game at Turf Moor. How confident are you with Burnley getting a result, Jack?
I've spoke to our mate Dan, haven't he? Burnley fan. He said he'll try his best. I just said, Dan, just kick the living hell out of them, mate, please. Just injure them if you can. Even if they go down and get relegated, go down kicking and screaming if you want to. Because we don't have to play them, do we? So just kick the living daylights out of City if you can, please. Put Stones, even though Stones is injured, put Marners in the stand, put Kevin De Bruyne in the stand, happy days. But I'm just hoping you watch the Crystal Palace game. Yes, Palace have got the ability to play out from the back. It's very difficult when you play against top team to continue getting attacked. City did miss a couple of chances against Crystal Palace, and obviously someone upstairs was telling them not to score. So hitting the bar, the crossbar, and everything, and you do need a bit of luck on your side. But I'm just hoping Burnley just wind them up, and you don't get a dodgy refereeing decision. City just park 2 banks of 5 on the edge of your box, and then hopefully look to that counter attack. That's all they need to do. City struggle when similar to us, but I think we've got the mentality now. We know how to beat park the bus teams. I think all of us spoke at the beginning of the season that we'd struggle, but we've got enough attacking options to come off the bench. Whereas obviously City, yes, they've got the likes of Mahrez and Bernardo Silva's and Gabriel Jesus, but Pep's too stubborn, and we've seen that against Crystal Palace. So hopefully that continues. I
know, especially with obviously Atletico on the horizon as well. Yeah, Connor, I mean, obviously, Burnley's main sort of threat is Hegvorst. Oh, Jesus Christ. Weghorst, not Hegvorst. Oh, God. Can't believe it.
That was like the official pronunciation then, Doug.
What's that?
I thought that was like the official pronunciation. Like sometimes like the commentators try and be a bit clever and they start like saying like the names are a bit funny. Like if you play FIFA, the commentator on FIFA calls Bruno Fernandes Bruno Fernandes. Don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
So I thought like when you said Heghorst, then I thought that was like the traditional pronunciation of it, but no, you just got it wrong.
Yeah, right. Rewind. Connor, Weghorst is an absolute handful for Burnley. Do you think that he could give the City backline some problems tomorrow?
I freaking hope so. I know that Burnley are missing Ben Mee with a knee injury, I think. Looking at a couple of things.
That's not good news.
Yeah, but, well, good news for us in a sense that Ruben Diaz is out the Liverpool game, so that's good news in some sense.
Stones is out. Yeah. Stones is out as well. I think
what a City going to start creating about their defensive crisis now then, or
start a GoFundMe.
are they just going to start going, oh, we've dropped points because we're having a defensive crisis, we've lost our defenders? Yeah, bitch, when you lose 11, then we can talk.
No, it's the fact they'll play Fernandinho at centre back and then go, oh, he's not a centre back. It's like, oh shit, chill out. We played Fabinho at centre back last season as well.
But, Jordan Henderson.
I think Burnley will take. Like we was on Steve's show a couple of nights ago. For me, I think it's going to be 1-1. I think City, like you said, mate, they play in Atletico Madrid in midweek as well. And Burnley, Atletico Madrid are very frustrating teams to come up against. And we've seen how easily Pep's head goes red as soon as a little bit of problems appears anyway. So, yeah, I think Burnley have a chance, of course, but, you know, you're just hoping and praying, aren't you? But I think they will get a point of City.
Interesting, but it's quite funny that they're basically playing the English Burnley, and then 3 days later they're playing the Spanish Burnley. It's two tough games. It's two tough games. But Sophie, I have to argue on this. Man City haven't really been under pressure since they obviously went 14 points clear.
No.
So, to them to be 2 points behind going into that game, if they were to drop points, the fact of to be going to potentially the Etihad 1 point clear, that'll build on Pep's mind, and he may actually go and focus on the Champions League after that.
I don't think so. Pep's not that type of manager to, be 1 point behind or whatever, however, and just suddenly like, okay, that's it now. Let's focus on the Champions League. I don't think he's going to do that. But I think credit to City, they are a phenomenal team. There's no denying it. They play amazing football. And they haven't really been under pressure this season. And it just goes to show how good this Liverpool squad is that we are taking it toe-to-toe with them. And the fact that it's not that they are going to underperform. I just don't know whether it may be a little bit of a mental thing for them, because I find personally, Klopp always says, from doubters to believers, he turned us from a little withering club that sat there and never thought we were going to be able to come back into a game to now we have that tenacity that we are always going to find a way to scrape a point back or, scrape a win. I don't think City have that mentality because they're so used to winning. It's the same old tale of you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and the first person that comes along and takes it from you, you have a tantrum. You're not used to facing difficulties, and I'm not saying that City are going to do that. I'm not saying that they haven't got a good mentality as a club. They are professional footballers, of course they do, but Pep seems shaken.
Yeah.
Whether he is or whether he isn't is neither here nor there, but the way he's coming across in his interviews lately, he's mentioning Liverpool without Liverpool even being brought into the question. Yeah. We are constantly on his mind. We are the thorn in his side, and he said it, they're a pain in my ass. Is he actually starting to feel it? And as somebody who would look at my manager, and if I'm seeing my manager having wobbles, I inadvertently have wobbles, and maybe that'd be something City might do, but I don't think their game will drop. It's whether their heads drop.
Yeah. And I think the funniest thing is about Bernardo Silva is that whenever he gets asked a question, he always mentions Liverpool.
Yeah.
Always mentions Liverpool. It's very, very funny. Yes, Jeannie, I know I've mispronounced Weghorst. I can't believe I said Weghorst. Greetings, brethren. Thank you for tuning in. Oh Jesus! Yeah, you guys are just getting on me right now. Hedgehorst is living in the Grand National. Pep is scared. Scared. That's a new one. Ben knee have a knee injury. Okay, Jeannie. Okay. Hey, John. Just think City were 14 points ahead. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know they were. But it's going to be so interesting. But after the Watford game, We go to a ground where, let's just say, we haven't had the best of times recently. Benfica against Liverpool. Obviously, we need to get them back for 05-06. I won't say too much about what happened anyway. But, Jack, have you been impressed with Benfica?
Not really. Yes, they beat Ajax, but I had Ajax down. I was really rooting for Ajax to really progress through the next round, mate. But the fact that Ajax, I think, especially in that second leg, mate, I don't know if everyone's seen the highlights. Liverpool, even if Liverpool have half the chances Ajax did over those two legs, we're winning this tie by 8-0 aggregate. And that's facts, mate, because they're in absolute shambles in terms defensively. Luis Diaz has played. He's got a very good record against Benfica in the Portuguese league. Scored a couple of times past them. And we look how well we've dismantled Porto. I think Porto have been finishing above them for a couple of seasons. So, yeah, it's... Obviously, you don't want to go in too confident, as I said before, with the Watford game. Even if Liverpool play at 50%, I think we're capable of obviously beating Benfica over two legs. But this, if we can hopefully get the first leg over and done with by like a 2-3 goal lead margin, then that'd be really positive, especially going into the Premier League games, which we'll speak a bit about later anyway, mate. But fully confident, mate. And if you can mark out Nunes, obviously they're Uruguayan striker. I think he's got like 20 plus goals for them. He's their main man, quite a very good aerial threat. But we've got the big man, big Dutchman in the box. Probably he will deal with them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that you said that we'll try and get a lead. I just trying to think, we'll try and get a 5-goal lead because we seem to go to Portugal and win 5-0, 5-1. I mean, Connor, we're going to probably need an escort out of Portugal the amount of times we go there and win. But I must point a bit of caution. We don't have the best of records against Benfica, but looking at this game and looking at how fortunate they were to get past Ajax, we must be feeling confident because their back line, if everyone remembers, is Jan Vertonghen and Nicolas Otamendi. So what are the chances of both of them getting a red card?
Pretty high. Should be the odds on that will be kind of good. But yeah, I think Jack's hit the nail on the head. Really, I think Benfica were very, very lucky to get past Ajax. Looking at their league, their league record, I think they're 17 points or no 13 points from Porto, which just goes to show how well Porto are doing in that league, and look how well we dispatched of them in the group stage as well. But for me, you can't underestimate a Champions League quarter-final game. It's as simple as that. I think, look, we just go out there and do the job. This is why I think for the majority of us, I think we're resting players more against Watford to go out and do the job. If we can go out and win 4-0, for example, and then rest players in that second leg, that will be huge for, of course, the rest of the season as well. So if we can get the job done hugely now, it benefits in the future as well. But of course, you have to take caution. Of course, Jack's mentioned Nunes. There's plenty of people apparently after him next summer, which just goes to show how good people rate him. So for me, I think it'll just be one of those games where Liverpool might not play well, but will end up scoring 3 or 4 goals. And that's what you have to do really, is just go out there, do the job, come back, and hopefully we've battered them in the first leg like we did with Porto.
Did City have them in the group stage this season? Or I'm not too sure.
No.
They had Lisbon, didn't they? Yeah, I'm thinking of Lisbon.
They had Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Dynamo Kiev. Basically, they came through a group after Barcelona. They absolutely battered Barcelona and Portugal as well. I think I think it was like 3-0, I think it was as well. So obviously we have to be wary. But the form we're in at the moment, Sophie, we must be going into every game with a load of confidence.
Yeah, and I mean, you are going to go into this game with an air of confidence about you. I mean, when we play Porto, we literally sing, "Can we play you every week?" And as Connor just said, Porto were quite clear from Benfica. But again, equally, as Connor said rightly, he's at the nail on the edge. You can't underestimate anything. And I think no matter how good we are and whatever mentality we go in with, we can't go in with that arrogant mentality of we are going to win. We are going to bash them off the park, because, you know, I'm a firm believer that if you go in with arrogance, it's going to blow up in your face. It's going to go wrong. Go in with confidence. We have a very strong chance of beating them. It's highly probable, but you never know. You've got to have that humility about you, and I think the lads have got to maintain that as well. Yes, statistically, it is very unlikely that we are going to go through. We are going to beat them, but stranger things have happened. And like I said before, is the pressure of it being a quarterfinal, and you know we're going on a very good run in the Champions League. Is that going to be weighing heavy on the lads' mind? The fact that we're going for the quadruple, is that going to be on the You don't know. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on in the dressing room. So, yes, it's highly probable, and I'll go in with confidence, but don't go in with arrogance saying we're going to smash it, because you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask about 05-06 now, Dan. Do you remember most from that game at all?
Yeah, I do, mate. Yeah, I was. I went to the home game. Remember, as I remember, the away leg, we were. It was a bit of a dour game, but I'm pretty sure we conceded in like the last minute or very late on, and then we were hoping for one of those classic Anfield fight backs, but it never happened. And I'm pretty sure somehow scored. I'm not sure if it deflected, but he scored just before half time. It was 2-0, and obviously the away goal was in effect then, so it was very difficult to come back. And then I'm pretty sure they scored right near the end as well. That's about all I can remember from it. Really.
It was a Luis Zal header in Portugal.
Was it late on? That's what I remember, it being very late on.
Yeah, 84th minute, and then obviously in the other game, obviously the 2-0, the 2-0 to Benfica.
We have played them since then. I think I said that last time we were on. We played them in the Europa League in about 3 or 4 seasons on from that. I think we beat them at Anfield. It was quite a tricky little game. I think I think it was Uruguayan. They had a striker who was quite good. Who scored with a free kick, but I'm sure Torres banged a couple in, and I think it was like 4-2 or something like that on Anfield.
What's his name? Cardozo.
Yeah,
he was a handful.
He was a bit Suarez,
an absolute handful. But we managed to do that. But goal scorers that night, Anfield, Shamal. Remember him? Shamal.
We were linked with him, wasn't we? And I remember he scored against us with down the cop end just before half time.
My dad's a quicker defender than him. Oh, and he's slow.
And Mikoli. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, if we're going to talk about the 2010 game, basically we lost 2-1 in the first leg, but something staggers.
2-1 or 1-1, Doc?
It was 2-1.
I remember Aka scored that little Cruyff flick, didn't he, off the free kick in like a black kit? That's all I can remember. But I did think it was 1-1, but it was 2-1 about your superior knowledge.
This is actually going to be so interesting, because this was the Benfica side that faced us in the Europa League, right? So in goal was Julio Cesar, who obviously played for Inter Milan, played for QPR. Then we had Luis Dal, David Luiz, Sydney, Ruben Amorim, Javi Garcia, I think went on to Manchester City, Ramirez, obviously went on to Chelsea, Aymar, Carlos Martins, Angel Di Maria, and Oscar Cardozo. So that player that we were...
They had quite a formidable lineup, didn't we? Although we probably wouldn't have been too aware of them at that time.
No.
Who's in our team, Doug? Is there some amazing names in there?
Reina, Johnson, Agar, Kyriakos, Carragher, Gerard, Benayoun, Mascherano, Lucas Torres, Count.
On to you, Baz.
And then on the bench, this is shite, right? Shite of the highest order. Cavalieri, oh dear. Degan, Ayala, Aquilani, Ngog, Elzar, Pacheco. Jesus.
How times have changed. Fine for fella.
Prime fan to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit, but no, yeah, we have to get them back for 2005, 2006. But yeah, because we were the holders and we got knocked out by Benfica. So obviously, I know it's a dangerous game to be playing, and obviously to predict starting lineups, and obviously with Manchester City on the horizon coming up very shortly as well. What team would you play on Wednesday, Jack?
Trent, Robbo, Ali in goal, Van Dijk, Matip. I think, because I don't think Nunes, he's all right in terms of the 6-yard box. He's more of a technical striker. So I go Matip, mate. Then I go Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson. That experience in Europe, I think we need that. I would have said Naby because, as Sophie said, Porto, he always plays good against Portuguese teams, but obviously Naby's injured. So I go with Pendo in the midfield, and then I go Salah, Diaz, and Jota to come back to Portugal and score. So yeah, that'll be mine.
Connor, would you change anything to that, or is that exactly when you think you would go?
I'd probably go with the normal front three, if I'm being honest with you, and then take everyone off, give it a bit of, because to be fair, I don't think the normal front three has played much this season. So especially for Man City as well, I think they play against
Did we not see against Arsenal?
Yeah, we did, but Bobby come on.
That was obviously coming off the bench though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not starting the game.
Yeah. Sophie?
Personally, I reckon we go full throttle. I reckon full strength the whole way through. Normal back four, Allison, Fabinho, Thiago, Hendo, and then, normal front three.
Dan, would you change anything out of that lot?
The only thing I've been thinking is it will Trent be fit and whether he'll be risked. And the only what I'm thinking, I remember the Man City game earlier in the season when Trent never played. I don't know if he was injured or he had COVID, but we had a really tough game. That game, James Milner was very lucky to stay on the pitch and not give penalties away against Foden. And then both the goals ended up coming from their left hand side, obviously our right. So we missed Trent, so I'd be really wary of risking him. So it might be a game where you might play Joe Gomez there at right back, you know what I mean, and really concentrate on getting Trent back for being available for City. But other than that, I mean, it's horses for courses, really. We've got such a good squad at the minute. You just throw names in the hat and anyone could play, really.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely we do. Let's get to a few of your comments because I have been kind of neglecting the comments, so I apologise for that. Liverpool can hurt Benfica. It's a game tailor-made for Trent. 100%. I cannot be bothered with the whole Benfica are a tough team bollocks. Klopp just needs to whip it out and say, move over, lads, I've got a semi. Oh, Jesus. I wish I didn't need that now. I would honestly start Minamino and Origi against Benfica. Why? I would just throw...
Both of them are banging hat-trick, especially Divock, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Hello, Chris Wells. Thank you for tuning in. As always, appreciate it. Benfica 1, Liverpool 2, Liverpool 3, Benfica 1. So that would be
5-2
in aggregate. Interesting. Thoughts on club comments on the support at Anfield? I agree with him big time. Just saying. Was that on the 12:30 game? Yeah, 12:30 games after an international break are not great. Anyway, what's this? 1, President England already plotting their stroll to the final. 2, reality, Senegal send them packing and the racist morons sadly spout all their shit again.
Yes, Stu.
I like
Get them
that.
out.
Hey, Chris Ladd. My lineup versus Watford: Allison, Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott, Salah, Firmino, Mane. He's gone for this traditional front three. Liverpool 3, Watford 1. No team as bad as they reached quarterfinals for me. Nope. That was a good team. And Gog scored against the shite. Yeah, and Gog scored against Man United that season. Liverpool last 3 games at home versus Watford. We won 5-0 twice, so I'm going 4-0 Liverpool. Yeah, it's like 2-0, 5-0, 5-0 or something like that. Anyway, Ruben Amorim is the sporting manager. Oh, yeah, sporting manager now. Very highly respected and linked to a lot of high-profile jobs. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets linked to the Ajax job if Ten Hag goes to Mankland. My lineup versus Benfica: Allison, Arnold, Kanate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Salah, Jota, and Diaz. Benfica 1, Liverpool 3. Who's tuning up in the background, says Mitchell? I've not heard anything.
I think it's Alison Becker. I think it might be. We got him in the back.
God, it might be me typing. I apologise. Sorry, hang on.
No, that's all right.
There was
That's
someone
all
playing
right.
the
Don't
guitar.
do.
Well, there's only one person you can't see who might have a guitar in their hand, isn't it? But I thought I was being a bit quiet. Sorry.
No. It's all right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So predictions now for the Benfica game. I'm going to be honest. I think we will go there and get a lead. I don't think it's going to be 5. I think Benfica are probably much better defensively than Porto are. But I still think we'll have way too much for them. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. Jack?
6-0. I just think the shite. Like, I did watch that fucking. They are shite. And no one better fucking clip this. But they are.
I hope this doesn't get bloody clipped.
No, they are very poor. So I'm going to go 6-0. I said this a couple of months back. I remember when we won the Champions League, we played Porto. And hopefully, as you continue, Liverpool run riot in Portugal yet again. So I'll go 6-0. So that's it. And then investment for the City game.
Interesting. Connor?
4-0 for me, mate.
4-0.
I think we are gonna Porto it and go to Portugal, get a good win, come back, and then rest a few lads next week.
Yeah. Mr. 1-1.
Yeah, I'll go for 2. I'll go for 2-0 again, mate. I think there might be sort of one eye on Sunday. There'll have to be one eye on Sunday, and then might make a few changes, substitutions, etc. You know, if we were just concentrating solely on that game, we might get a bigger win. I mean, because obviously we Porto have Man City have absolutely spanked Sporting Lisbon as well. So by that ratio, you think there was a chance for us to get a decent result.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'll be a bit more conservative, and I'll be more than happy with it with any sort of win. But 2-0 will be great.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 matches every day in the World Cup group stage is going to be so fun. Yeah, I believe 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or something like that for all the games. So,
start singing then, Doug. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
5-1 says Jeannie, and Chris Wells saying pretended to be shocked with Jack prediction as well. Now, something a little bit fun now. Yeah, something a little bit fun. I was meant to be doing something last week. Unfortunately, just time got the better of me. So, time for the week quiz. Get involved in the chat. 10 questions. Yeah. They're all multiple choice except quiz, 2 right?
Before we go for the quiz, can I just ask a little hypothetical to the panel and anyone who's watching, right? There's a lot of been talk about like quadruples and doubles and all that stuff. If someone offered you like the 1 trophy, guaranteed 1 trophy, stick or bust, would you take that 1 trophy? You don't know what it is. I think I would, yeah. So the very worst you're doing is winning domestic cup double.
Yeah.
You know what? Right? As much as I'd love like the quadruple or the triple or whatever, I don't care. I would give it up for the Prem.
I would. Yeah, the Prem's the only one I want. But if you just got offered 1 and you didn't know what it was, would you take it? And I think I still would.
Yeah, I would, because you've got a better chance, because the only one left, like domestic, is like the FA Cup. But you've got the Champions League, got the Premier League there, haven't you, as well? So you've got like
the worst you're doing is winning the 2 domestic cups.
I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, guys, get involved in the chat. If you want pen or paper, or just do it in your head, then obviously do that as well. There are 8 questions that are multiple choice, 2 of which are not. But yeah, obviously, good luck to you guys. So we'll start with question 1. Obviously, we have Watford at the weekend, but in November 2016, Liverpool hammered Watford 6-1 at Anfield. Who scored his first ever Liverpool goal in that game? Was it A, Sadio Mane, B, Ragnar Klavan, C, Gini Wijnaldum, or D, Joel Matip? So in November 2016, Liverpool hammered Watford 6-1 at Anfield.
Are we just saying the answer
Liverpool
or are
goal?
we writing them down or what? What are we doing? What's going on?
You can do your head. You can do it in your head if you want. So who scored their first Liverpool goal in that game? It's Mane, Klavan, Wijnaldum, or Matip? If it's a Premier League, we can lift it in front of our fans unless another virus wants to come along. FFS. Yeah. I think we all want the Premier League, to be honest, so that we can lift it in front of our fans. I think that's. I think Chris has hit the nail on the head there. Absolutely. So, question number 2. True or false? Virgil van Dijk's birthday falls on the 9th of July, 1992. True or false? Okay. Question 3. We were just speaking about this game. Liverpool beat Benfica 4-1 in April 2010. Who scored a double that day for the Reds? A, Dirk Kuyt, B, Steven Gerrard, C, Fernando Torres, D, Yossi Benayoun. So who scored a double that day for the Reds in a 4-1 victory over Benfica? Kuyt, Gerrard, Torres, or Benayoun? Someone is having a wee happy tune there. Okay, question 4. In the game in Portugal, which Liverpool player was sent off for pushing Benfica captain Luizão? I remember it well, and I don't think he should have been sent off. A, Daniel Agger, B, Pepe Reina, C, Glenn Johnson, or D, Ryan Babel. There are 4 names in the past. Agger, Reina, Johnson, or Babel. So, question number 5. How many clean sheets does Allison have in all competitions this season? Is it A, 21, B, 22, C, 23, or D, 24? So, A, 21, B, 22, C, 23, or D, 24?
Oh, that's not bad.
Just guess that one, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Not something I keep track of.
Question 6. Before the mix-up in the Champions League draw, we remember that. Who were the Reds meant to have drawn instead of Inter Milan in the last round? Was it A, Bayern Munich, B, RB Salzburg, C, Chelsea, or D, Atletico Madrid? A, Bayern Munich, B, RB Salzburg, C, Chelsea, D, Atletico Madrid.
I'm quite proud of myself, by the way, for remembering some of these shit because my historical knowledge is shite.
Question 7. How many goals has Diogo Jota scored versus Arsenal for the Reds? A4, B5, C6, D7. A4, B5, C6, D7. Okay, number 8. Which Greek club did Liverpool sign Kostas Tsimikas from? A. Panathinaikos, B. Olympiacos, C. AEK Athens, or D. PAOK? A. Panathinaikos, B. Olympiacos, C. AEK Athens, or D. PAOK? Try saying that if you're tongue-tied. Panathinaikos, Olympiacos, AEK Athens, or PAOK? Jesus Christ.
Freaking hell.
Now do it backwards, Doug. Go on.
PAOK, AEK Athens, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos. You're welcome. Question 9. Naby Keita plays for which international country? A. Ivory Coast, B. Guinea, C. Ghana, or D. Mali? A. Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire, if you want to put the French name. B. Guinea, C. Ghana, or D. Mali?
Connie, that better not get that wrong, God.
Don't worry, I haven't got
You love child of Naby. So, yeah.
love child.
Oh, God, that's funny. That's funny. And finally, question 10. True or false, there have been 8 Brazilian players who have represented the Reds in the Premier League era. True or false?
Oh my God, I can't remember. I have no idea. I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
Well, we will check for you. Right, count your blood. What am I talking about? Check over your answers, and we will go through the answers as well. And obviously, I'll go through people's answers as well for the certain questions as well. I've just seen Hussam in the chat. Hello, Hussam. Thank you for tuning in. So we will go with. Let me just see. Let me just get back on here. So, question 1. In November 2016, Liverpool hammered Watford 6-1 at Anfield. Who scored his first ever Liverpool goal in that game? Jack, who have you gone for?
Gone with Matip.
Connor?
Genie Wijnaldum.
Sophie?
Jean.
Dan?
Genie.
It was Genie. It was Genie.
It was his first game.
Yeah.
Matip scored his first one against Palace.
Yeah, I think it was Palace.
Yeah.
Well done, Chris Welsh, Wijnaldum, Mane or Genie. Well, the fact that your name is Genie, I think you would have got that. Sebastian Mane. No, it wasn't Mane. Indeed. Right. Question 2. True or false? Virgil van Dijk's birthday falls on the 9th of July, 1992. Jack?
I've gone false.
Connor?
False.
Sophie?
False. I know, it's actually
Dan?
I just done false. I reckon you've done it a day out. Because
Very, very false.
Virgil van Dijk's birthday is the 8th of July, 1991.
Oh.
So you're all correct.
I actually wrote that down as well. I wrote false for his actual birthday.
And just for everyone knowing, that is actually my birthday. Is the 9th of July 1992. So I thought I would try and trick you, but obviously that was wrong as well.
I remember that day as well, lads. Write that down.
Chris Bell said false. Sebastian said false. So yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Oh yes. Question 3. Liverpool beat Benfica 4-1 in April 2010. Who scored a double that day for the Reds? Jack?
Con Torres.
Connor?
Yeah, Fernando Torres.
Sophie?
I went for Torres.
Dan?
yeah, I just about went for Torres. I remember him pretty sure I'm going to get a couple, yes.
Yeah, you're all correct. Fernando Torres.
I thought that was a guess.
Cross
Sorry.
correct. Sebastian
That was
correct.
stuck in my head, and then Jack was singing Fernando Torres, number 9. I was like, yes.
Not G Spearing. No, funnily enough, Sam, G Spearing was not in that team for some bizarre reason. Yeah, Jeannie, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct as well. Now, this is I thought this was a tricky one because I tried to guess this morning. In the game in Portugal, which Liverpool player was sent off for pushing Benfica captain Luis Zhao? Jack.
Something was screaming to me, Rainer, but I've went Babel. If I can remember when I was about fucking 10. So I'm gonna go Babel. Right. I'll be wrong.
Connor?
I have a weird picture in my mind that it was Daniel Agger that got sent off.
Sophie?
I went for Babel, but I really wasn't sure. I was going with Danny Agger, and then you said Babel, and I was like, which one do I think's more likely to do something like that?
Dan?
I'm going to say Agger. Don't remember it.
Jack and Sophie are correct. It was Ryan Babel.
Yes, wow. Thought it was. I can remember like being a kid.
I just took a 50-50 guess.
Agger is a player who gets sent off just by the look of him. Yeah, that is very true. And Sebastian said Agger. No, it was Ryan Babel, which is very, very interesting. Right. This was a bit of guesswork, this one. So how many clean sheets does Allison have in all competitions this season, Jack?
I've went in the middle, Jeff. I went with 2-2. 2-2, fucking 22. For fuck's sake. 22. Bingo caller. Yeah.
Connor?
Yeah, 22.
Sophie?
Yep, I went with 22.
Dan?
22, mates.
Correct. 22.
How the fuck have we got that?
How the fuck am I 5 for 5?
I'm not gonna lie, I knew that one because we did a keeper special. Looking at Alison Becker on a stats thing earlier, it's like 22 clean sheets. Happy days.
Happy days indeed. Yeah. 22.
That's so good, that 22 bloody clean sheets.
I know, it's brilliant. I think it's more than Ederson combined, I think, as well. We all remember this. Before the mix-up in the Champions League draw, who were the Reds meant to have drawn instead of Inter Milan in the last round? Jack?
Salzburg, because I was buzzing off my tits. Yeah.
Connor?
Yeah, I'll be Salzburg.
Sophie?
Salzburg.
Dan?
Yeah, Salzburg, mate.
Yeah, 100% it was Salzburg. I actually remember, I think I messaged Sophie, I think I messaged Connor, messaged Jack. I think I messaged everybody that I said that was fantastic to get RB Salzburg, and then all of a sudden UEFA go and fuck it up. So Salzburg, weird. Salzburg, Arshavin. Arshavin. That's funny. That was funny, but obviously not funny to the rest. But we did go through in the end. How many goals has Diogo Jota scored versus Arsenal for the Reds, Jack?
6.
Connor? Yeah, I went 6.
Sophie?
I went for lucky 7.
Dan?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to shoot. I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you later.
See you in a bit. It was 7.
Oh!
He has scored 7 goals in 7 games against Arsenal.
Because I remember seeing that graph after the game. I think when we were doing our post match. But I just thought it was 6.
Yeah, Chris and Sebastian said 6. Jeannie said 7. So very, very well done. As well. Right. Which Greek club did Liverpool sign Kostas Tsimikas from, Jack?
Olympiacos. B.
Sophie?
Olympiacos.
Connor?
Olympiacos.
Yeah, correct. Olympiacos, correct. What Chris said, yeah, absolutely. Right, Naby Keita plays for which international country, Jack?
Oh, I thought you would have asked Connor. Guinea, yeah. Just lost my name, Karma.
Yeah, B. Guinea.
Sophie?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, correct. Guinea, yeah. Right. So, I think, if I'm right in saying, Sophie's 9 from 9. So, this could be where she gets 10 out of 10 or not. So,
I don't think so.
there have been 8 Brazilian players who have represented the Reds in the Premier League era. True or false, Jack?
Very false.
Sophie?
I put true because I couldn't remember.
Connor?
I put false. I think it's 7.
It's going to be tight, isn't it?
Fabio Aurelio?
Donny.
Lucas Leiva?
Donny.
Diego Cavalieri? Doni? Felipe Coutinho? Roberto Firmino? Allison? Fabinho? It is true.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why did I go false? When you read,
I forgot about Donny. I forgot about that frigging shit keeper.
I could remember 6. I could only remember 6.
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate you making that Sophie friendly after me whinging that my historical knowledge is shite.
I got 7. Wow.
Yeah, what have I got? 1,
Yeah,
2,
Chris
3.
is right. Jeannie, unfortunately, is true. FFS knew it was 7. Why did I 6? Damn it. Yeah, tick. And then Chris Ross has gone Guinea International Hospital for Naby. But yeah, Fabio Aurelio. Fabio Aurelio was a good player, to be fair. Lucas, cult hero. Cavalieri, forgetful. Donny, why did we buy him? And then obviously he got sent off against Blackburn.
Yeah, remember that game? Fucking no.
He got sent off against Blackburn in that stupid game where I think we had to learn an Andy Carroll header to win that game. That just shows how bad we actually were. And Chris also said I put in Sunya as my bloody 8th Brazilian.
Yeah, Argentinian. I think
he's Argentinian.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Guy is good enough. So, guys, if you have any questions for the panel, then please let us know. And we'll I mean, who's? I think we are all happy that the international break is finally over for at least another season.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And I'll just quickly bring up obviously all the Premier League fixtures because obviously we're playing Watford, aren't we? And obviously the City game's got huge importance. But I think when I was looking at it, there's quite a lot of tasty bloody fixtures this weekend anyway in terms of Premier League.
Unless you're Norwich City. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Who are they playing?
Brighton away. I think Brighton should win that 1-0.
That's one game that I know Brighton, they've been a bit weird last couple of weeks, haven't they, in terms of their results? But I think Norwich will probably go there with a bit of confidence. If any hope of Norwich surviving, I don't think they will, but they need to win against Brighton. I'm not too sure who they got in the league, but yeah, they obviously got Chelsea, Brentford, not an easy one. Chelsea, Leeds, Southampton, bit of a mad one. You never know what Southampton tearing up there. Aston Villa, Wolves. And obviously the big one on at R5, I think. United versus Leicester as well, and then West Ham.
I'm going to say no. I think Leicester go to Old Trafford and win.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They got a good historical record, haven't they, in terms of results?
They do. I think they're 4 unbeaten against the Manx as well, and they're very, very inconsistent anyway. But I'm trying to think what other games are. Wolves, Villa. I think Wolves are playing Villa.
Yeah, Spurs and Newcastle as well. That's a big one for both clubs.
That's a big one. West Ham, I think West Ham will win that.
I swear, if West Ham let them get 3 points, I'm gonna be fuming. Like no, it was bad enough watching Newcastle go to the Goodison Park and give them 3 points.
Sure.
But they never need to win that. Jokes aside, because I think quickly look at their fixtures, but we've seen them already.
They've got Burnley on Thursday, I think they do.
It's a 6 pointer then, isn't it? Whoever wins that potentially in terms of hopefully Burnley can get a result against City as well. So it's exciting, mate. It's not just for us. Is this the first time?
Is this the best Premier League season ever? Like, you've got the top two, the title race going to the wire. You've got the top four going to the wire. You've got the middle of the pack going to the wire, and also you've got the relegation battle going down to the wire. I honestly think this is one of the most competitive Premier League seasons I've seen.
Yeah,
as well.
Took the words out my mouth. Yeah, 100%.
Who would you want to be the next Liverpool manager once Klopp leaves?
Pep Linders.
Pep Linders. Apparently Jamie Carragher was mentioned in Diego Simeone. No.
Hang on a minute. What world do you want to take a high pressing, counter pressing machine team and put them in a low block? Jamie Carragher.
It does. Yeah, but I absolutely agree about Pep Linders. Thank God Club Football is back now. The league here in Sweden starts tomorrow. Woohoo! Oh, very good, Sebastian. Well done, Sophie. Says Jeannie.
Thank you.
Foxes to beat United. Yep, absolutely. Brendan Rodgers' addition for Manchester United job. Imagine. Imagine. Will Salah sign a new contract? I'm saying yes, he will. I think there will be an agreement reached very soon, hopefully. Jeannie has said, I'm going to miss them 6 points from the shite up the road. I think we all are. Bloody hell, that manager question was answered quickly. Yeah. Chris, who do you want? Who do you want, manager? Pep Linders all the bloody way. Sophie, yep. I think Gary is absolutely right. I have a good question for you. Who's going to be our most important player during this wee part of the season?
Allison,
yeah.
Yeah, because he has last couple of weeks. I think goalkeeping is so important. Yeah, for me, it'd be Ali.
He's kept us in quite a few games where we should have conceded. Without him, I don't think we'd be in the position that we are. So as good as our front line are and as good as our defensive line are, you're only as good as the keeper between the sticks. So.
Oh, Sebastian. True or false? This is the best panel on YouTube. Well,
obviously I'm on it.
Yeah. I would say it. I would say it as a biased point of view, but yeah. I would say.
I think we've all got really good banter and we get on well, so.
Yeah.
Bobby and Allison Becker. Bobby. Interesting. The logical and sensible Jesus Christ. The logical and sensible decision will be Pep Linders has got a Bob Paisley about it when he was handed the keys by Bill. Oh, Jesus Christ. The keys by Bill Shankly.
Yeah, I think Klopp done an interview, didn't he, Doug, and everyone? I think you haven't seen it. Go and watch it. I think it was on BT or Sky this week, and he spoke in glowing terms. Obviously, I think it was the Boot Room documentary, and he was speaking very highly of the Portuguese coach. I forgot his name. That was got at the minute. He's one of the assistants, and obviously Pep, as everyone's already said tonight, he is going to be special.
Are you thinking of Claudio Taffarel?
Yeah, the lad with the short black hair. Like, I think the Portuguese fella. No, he's the goalkeeper coach, mate.
He's Brazilian.
No, I'm thinking the assistants. Tafel's the
goalkeeper
coach. Yeah. It's the other lad.
I can't even think who that is.
He's one of the assistants. I think everyone knows anyway. But
yeah, I can't say. If you said Douglas and Sophie as the best panel, then I would agree. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that.
That's not me tune into your channel now,
Apparently, Braga have just gone 1-0 in front against Benfica as we just speak.
Jesus.
Jesus
Nah.
Christ, that's not. That's yeah. Oh Christ, I'm not even going to pronounce that name.
My 6-0's
you-
not looking too bad, is it? Will?
No,
6-0's looking accurate.
Darwin Núñez isn't even playing. He's on the bench. So they must have one eye on Wednesday. And also a name that I have actually noticed as well. Oh God, he's still playing. Haris Severovic, Switzerland striker.
Never heard of him. Who's he play for?
No, I don't even know who it is.
Benfica.
Oh, okay. Oh.
One of the
Know
most.
everything about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen YouTube clips of him, and yeah. I love Jamie, but bollocks, son. I think that's about some. Yeah, she's a Simeone. Yeah, Simeone.
There's no one
Why?
more in manager wise than him.
I'm trying to actually think who is actually out there that would be available. I've heard Nagelsmann's name being mentioned as a potential suitor when Klopp goes. Does anyone want Nagelsmann?
No, I'd rather have Pep.
I guess we don't even know whether or not Jurgen will sign a new deal. Like he could just go, I'm going to sign a 2-3 deal. You never know. Things can change.
I respect there are other great managers out there in other leagues who can do a fantastic job at Liverpool. But I just think when Klopp's put so much work into making Liverpool what it is, you need someone who understands the work he's put into the club. You need someone who understands the club, the players, the progression of the team, the progression of the club.
Yeah.
Foundations that have been laid there. And I think Pep ticked all the boxes, and he said, didn't he, Klopp the other day? He came on. I don't know whether it was the same interview you're on about, Jack, where he was talking about what's his name, the one we had before who left?
The German fella, yeah.
Veljko Buvac.
And he was talking about Buvac. He's like, I've worked with him for years. He was great. Love working with him, and then it just stopped working. And Pep has come in and just blown me away at every avenue. And I just think, well, that's to me, that looks like he's setting him up to be a successor.
Yeah, I think so. Anthony, good evening, sir. I agree. Maguire is a blockhead.
Somewhere just grab him there, aren't they?
That is very, very strong words. I think a fridge freezer would be more suitable, but then again, that would be an insult to fridge freezers.
At least they have a use. Let's be honest.
That's true. Nagelsmann needs to win the Champions League for me, or at least reach the Champions League final. Well, his biggest test will be up against Liverpool when we, hopefully go through against Benfica. And then I think has Bayern Munich got the yellow submarine as well. He used to play in Germany. Wasteful striker, knock wood. Oh yeah. Severovic, yeah, that's right. I can't remember who he played for. Nagelsmann always win the league with Bayern Munich. That's the thing. Bayern Munich will always seem to win that league, no matter how bad Dortmund are or how inconsistent the other teams are. Pepper, the former German manager, his name escapes me. The former German manager?
Joachim Low?
Oh, no.
Not that crotch sniffer. Don't want him near it.
No, I do not want a manager that does that every single time he's on the touchline. Oh God, it's bad enough he saw it at the World Cup, but no, not for me. He is the last manager I want. I'm a big fan of Luis Enrique, but he suits Manchester City. Fridge freezers are useful, but I suppose Maguire funded little Wes and Yuri. Every cloud, mate. You've got two very, very good players there. Very good players. If Sweden just had beaten Poland, we would have played versus Messi, and of course Mexico, we would beat again like last time. Oh yeah, that's right. I think he meant Hansi Flick. No, Hansi Flick's the German manager right now. I don't think it's no, I think the German manager that you were meaning was Joachim Löw, and I'm like, do not want that kind of person at Liverpool. Basically, keep his fingers elsewhere. But enough of that. I think we'll leave it there because I think the chat is getting a little bit away from us anyway. But big thanks to obviously Dan and Connor for coming on as well. Jack, thank you very much. What have you got coming up in your channel this week?
I was going to keep on doing my TikTok, doing a couple of videos as well. But thank you very much for having me on, mate. Probably will have a show tonight and that, mate. But yeah, a couple of post-match shows, pre-recorded ones, mate. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on. Great to speak to Sophie, Connor, and obviously Dan and everyone in the chat as well. Have a lovely weekend, and hopefully the Reds can do the business. And shout out to Burnley to do as well. Come on, Burnley.
Come on, Burnley.
Come on, Burnley. Sophie, congratulations on winning the quiz. And what have you got planned this week?
Not much. I'm just kind of doing the bridal thing for the next couple of weekends, getting everything ready for the wedding. So I'll just be a boring little bride in the corner.
boring little bride. Yeah, you're not boring at all. Not boring at all. The songs of abuse Lou would get, yes. Would I have took Ten Hag at Liverpool? I don't think he suits Liverpool. That may sound odd from coming from obviously someone who loves likes Ajax as well, but I don't think he's suited as a Liverpool manager. I think Manchester United or Man City sort of suits him down to the ground. Jack, Sophie, do you want to say anything about that?
I tend not to make comments on managers from other leagues because I'll hands up, I pretty much just only watch other teams when they're in the Champions League. So I can't comment on them. I only know about them when they're linked to us, and then I start watching or looking into them. So I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend I've got knowledge on that because I don't.
Jack?
Yeah, I know. I think United are put in a position now, as Sophie said, that he suits a certain style of football, and I don't think Liverpool. It's mad. I know Ajax played nice, attractive football, but when you look at Jurgen, you knew straight away that he understood Liverpool. Obviously, the teams in which he's previously been at, and obviously the budget as well. Any manager that does come in post Klopp, if it's Pep or anyone that we do import into the club, they've got to have that understanding of getting youth players through the academy and obviously buying young players from around the world and developing them. I know Ten Hag has done that at Ajax, but historically before, the Ajax has done that for the last 100 years in terms of promoting the youth. But for me, it's no. As we've already mentioned, I think Nagelsmann would be a kind of better option for me personally, if you have to pick between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care all. Thank you, Chris. Come on, Liverpool. TikTok load of garbage. Can't stand it. Oi, Douglas, when is the wedding? Yeah, mine's 3 months tomorrow, mate. 3 months tomorrow. Getting very.
Tomorrow.
You're what?
10 weeks tomorrow for me.
10 weeks.
10 weeks tomorrow. Cannot wait.
I honestly cannot wait for mine as well. Have fun, Soph. Stay safe, everyone. Yes, absolutely as well. We'll be back on Friday, gearing up for probably the biggest game of the season so far in Manchester City against Liverpool. We'll obviously be talking, going through obviously the Watford game and the Benfica game. And if you guys enjoyed that little quiz, then please let me know in the comments, and I can put up another one for you guys for next week. But until then, hopefully the Reds win tomorrow. You'll never walk alone, and good night.